continue to grow your network even in the virtual world that we live in. So we have an expert here. Get ready to take notes. Get ready to get poured into. Please welcome to the stage Gold National Marketing Director Samantha Wyatt.
That's all you got. Come on with it.
Well, this is interesting. So we have a little bit of a different digital perspective, right, to help you grow your digital business. So as Amber said, I think if you're going to train on something, you have to walk the walk to do it also, right? So building your business, building your network in a digital world where we have challenges every day, right? You heard from Marilyn Falkenberg, who talked about in the customer sampling how she was used to networking in person. She was used to going and learning people and meeting people and growing her network that way. And when the times changed, she had to move to a digital platform. So that's what we're going to do today. There may be some of you who, one, you're new, like Amber said. Maybe you're starting fresh. You're not really sure how to grow your business, how to expand your network. Maybe you're 6 years in like me and continuing to get new seeds and continuing to plant those trees. So we're going to talk today about how can you grow your business in a digital platform in a way that we're not really seeing very many people these days, right? I'm fine. It's fine. I've cooked a lot of meals over the last 7 months. I've homeschooled 3 kids. It is fine. We are fine. We are doing fine. We're all going to get through this. Eventually, they'll go back. So how can we do that, right? How do we grow our network in a digital world? Here's what I want you to know. And Kendra talked about it too. When you're growing your network, you don't have to change yourself. You can still be you. You can still be authentic. You can still be normal. You want to be the best you possible because every person that you see, every person that you come in contact with physically or virtually on Facebook, on social media, on whatever, you are getting a first experience with them every single time. So be you. Don't feel like you have to change to be somebody else for them to like you. Be yourself, be giving. What we're going to talk about is how to expand your network into different groups. What I want you to understand is it's a reciprocal relationship. You're going to find your people. You're going to find the space, the home that belongs to you. And I will say this because we are in a digital world now. You have to be normal. You have to be neutral. If you're polarizing in any way on social media, you have to also understand that's what your network sees. Do you want to be that person, or do you want to be seen as a light, as someone positive, as someone that can give them something that they're not getting somewhere else? So we're going to make some new connections, right? Social media for sure is an equalizer for everybody. Whether you come into this business with a huge network, if you're an influencer, whether you come into this business as a stay-at-home mom, it is an equalizer on all sorts because you have the power to grow your business. You have the power to expand your business. And first impressions are every single time you get it. Every single time you hit add friend, every single time you follow somebody new or they're following you, you get a chance to make a first impression. And I want you to really, truly be thinking about that when you're posting on social media and what you're posting on social media. So something that I think is really, really important when you can be super authentic with it. Find your people. Don't be, we'll talk about joining groups, we'll talk about doing different things. Find the people that bring light to you. Find the people that you can grow from. So great examples of this, right? Veronica Burgess is a stay-at-home mom. You've seen her train so many times on Me or You or on leadership calls. She is crushing it right now, building her business with other single moms. Why? Because she knows her network. Those are her people. You look at Sarah and Tiffany and Jessica growing their businesses of doctors. Why? Because they know their network. Those are their people. They speak the same language. So think about that when you're working on growing your business. Put effort into connecting with people. I'm gonna take my necklace off, super casual, you know, no big deal. I got a big old note that said, take your network off. So we're gonna put effort into connecting, right? You spend time in that network that you currently have. So many times people say, well, I've talked to everybody. I don't know, everybody's I've talked to about Neuro. I have no one new to talk to about Neuro. If you have 1,000 friends on Facebook, even 1,000 friends, do you think you've sampled all 1,000 friends? Have you invited all 1,000 of those friends to a Facebook party? Have you invited all 1,000 friends to a Zoom party? Have you exposed them to the newer system? No, you haven't. Just because you see that number doesn't mean it. You don't necessarily even need to grow your network. It is useless to grow your network if you're not truly engaging with the current network you have. Engage, develop relationships, and be authentic in what you're doing. So I want you to really think about this here, right? I talked about Veronica, I talked about Jessica and Tiffany and Sarah, and developing their network and developing the people, their people, right? And I want you to think about in a world where you can choose anyone. This is truly a business where you can work with whoever you want. You get to pick your power team, right? So who is your ideal customer? Who is your ideal brand partner? What is it that you want your business to look like? I want you to close your eyes and think about it, right? Who is the perfect brand partner on your team? Who is the perfect customer that you're looking for? Where do they shop? Where do they hang out? Who are their friends? What are they attracted to? Maybe when you write those answers down and you think about it and you maybe some brands come up in your head, right? Maybe you go to their social media and you see what that brand is posting. What about those advertisements makes somebody attracted to that, right? Maybe you gear your post that way, gearing your post and creating engagement towards that perfect person. You don't have to sell to everybody. I think so many times we kind of just, almost take the machine gun and spray it and hope that it hits somebody. You don't. When you can really think about growing your network with that perfect person, you don't have to try to sell to everybody. You can sell to that specific person, right? And when you know your brand and you're putting that out there, it makes it way easier to engage with those people. Those are your people, right? Now, think about this. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. Amber and I bonded on it last night, and I'm sure Paul and Damon can bond on it too. I don't really like to clean. I don't really do laundry. It's not really my thing. I don't really like a lot of the domestic things. I feel like Paul's really good at it, so I'm just going to embrace his wonderfulness of being good at something, and yay, Paul, thank you. So it wouldn't make sense for me to join groups of cleaning supplies. That wouldn't make sense, those aren't my people. It wouldn't make sense for me to join groups about doctor stuff. Those aren't my people, right? Who are my people? So we have maybe a Peloton group is my people. The Echelon people are my people. Work at home mom people are my people. The town that you live in, does your neighborhood have a Facebook page? Thinking about that, those are the people that not only you can receive from, but you can give to. It is a two-way relationship where the authenticity of it makes it so much easier to develop relationships. So when I can do that and I'm in these different Facebook groups, and I'll give you some ideas of groups to join, and that's going to be one way. Anna's going to come on and talk about a different way to grow your network too, but joining these different Facebook groups, right? I have a neighborhood group. I have a working, I'm not going to tell you all my groups because I don't want you in all my groups, but say a Peloton group, say an Echelon group. They know me as what my name is on the bike. They know me as Charlie and Remy and Trip's mom, right? We know these from different things. I'm engaging with them in these groups. I'm creating relationships with them in these groups. I'm commenting back and forth. I'm bringing their conversations into a DM, like we've learned about at the Social Media Boot Camp. When you start to do that, think about the difference that it seems When I friend them after I've developed a relationship with them, after we've gone back and forth a few times in conversations, maybe we've taken a topic from a board off to the DM, we've created a relationship. It's very, very different when I click add friend and they see my Neura posts than when I add friend before I develop the relationship and they see my Neura posts. If I'm not spending time creating those relationships, giving and receiving from it, and I click add friend, they see my Neura posts, I'm now selling them, which is weird. But if we have that relationship and I click add friend, I'm now the good friend that's sharing something with them. And then I can figure out what solution is best for them. I can help them along in the process. I'm not selling at that point, I am sharing, which is what we all want to do. Nobody wants to be weird and sell. So you can go through that. Think about that when you're working with people, when you're developing the relationships of moving people from a group of your people that you can give and receive from, bringing those conversations into a DM, and then adding them as a friend, because people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust. You have to give it time for them to know, like, and trust you, not for you to sell them, right? So here's some groups. You can hold that for a minute and take a screenshot of it. Maybe these are some ideas for you for what Facebook groups for your interest. Are you a pet lover? Anna has these new dogs that she keeps talking about, right? She's a pet lover. Maybe she'd be in the group for the dogs. Are you a professional? Do you love movies? Who's your favorite author? Do you like, I think there's a new iPhone. Amber should be in that group. Maybe you're a techie. Maybe there's a new iPhone group. Do you love makeup? Do you love different sports teams? Or do you love coastal decor? Whatever. The groups on Facebook are endless. The hashtags on Instagram are endless. This is how you find commonalities with people and be able to develop relationships with them. What are the groups that you're going to join? How are you going to expand your network, right? Find your people, spend time with them, develop the relationships with them, move them along the process, and like everything for the social boot camp, bring them into your direct messages where you can then start to work on the process of them. Maybe then you can work on your 2 exposures. Then you can get your 10 samples out. You can fill that funnel like Paul talked about in the recruiting process, and you can start to develop. So many times I hear people say, well, I don't have anyone to invite. Well, I don't have anyone to sample. Well, nobody's commenting or liking my post. It's because you're not engaging, or it's because you're running off the same well you've been running off of for 4 years. You have to continue to grow your network through the process of this, right? Continue to drop people into your network. Continue to engage with them. Develop a relationship with them. Show them you care so they can know you, like you, and trust you. It is so super important for you to do this. So here is my task to you. Here is my task to you. I want you to think about this. First of all, this is a process. This is not a one-time thing. You don't just enter a group, friend the people, and all of a sudden your business is going to boom. I have people now that we're starting as brand partners or customers that they've been part of my network for years. I have people that have been on a list for years. I have people that I've just met and they're becoming customers. It's because I continue to plant these seeds. I continue to expand my network, going into new groups. And maybe there's groups that I'm not really, I find that they're not my people, we don't vibe, so I come out of it, right? And then I go back in another one. Either way, it is a process. It is not a one-time event for you. I really want you guys to understand this. This is very much a slight edge mentality for you, very much. So you want to become a member of these groups. You don't want to become a lurker. People know when you have an agenda. Our job is to develop true relationships with people. So I'm going to leave you with a task, and then I'm going to bring Anna on. But I'm going to leave you with a task here. What are the 5 groups that you're going to join immediately after our training What are the 5 groups that you're going to join? Who are your people? Who are you going to start engaging with so that then you can continue to build your funnel? You can do your 2 exposures this way. You can work through your 10 product experiences. And a tip for you. Whoever you add as a friend, make sure you write them down. We have a notebook, we add them, we write them down so that I can intentionally then engage with them. They don't just get added as a friend and then disappear into the world. Write their names down, engage with them. You took enough interest in them to add them as a friend, take enough interest in them as a person, right? Our job as human beings is to create relationships with people, grow your network, build your business. So think about the 5 groups that you're gonna join. Anna's gonna come on here and talk a little bit about more ways to grow your network. And then she's going to talk about more ways to know the solutions for people. And I will see you back in a little bit.
But you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down, hey. You gotta keep your head up, oh, you can let your head down.
Hi, everybody. How fun is this? It is very different being in the digital world, but I am thrilled to be with you guys today. And I get to talk a little bit about growing your network. So I'm going to continue on with what Sam was talking about, but I love Sam's training because it really does help you to dig deep and be authentic with your relationships, just like you are with people that you know and that you love and you trust. Same is true on social media. And I have to be really transparent. You know, when I got started, I was not on social media at all. So I have really had to learn everything that I know about social media. So with the help of Social Media Bootcamp and, you know, a lot of hard knocks along the way, I've really, really learned a lot. And so I want to get into a way that you can really expand your network outside of the people that you know now, but also through some of the existing people that you know. And so we call this Host a Post. So Host a Post is an amazing campaign where you can talk to people that you know on social media, and you can ask them to post for you, right? Because imagine when you post, you're seeing, your people that are seeing it are only so many. But if you are able to get into somebody else's news feed through the algorithm of Facebook, you could actually be in massive networks and networks of networks. Because I think most of you don't know this, but if you're not engaging with people that are in your friends group, they're not seeing your posts because Facebook only returns to the people, only returns to you the people that are seeing your posts and vice versa. So if you're only posting on Neora people's posts and commenting and liking and sharing, then that's all that's seeing your posts. And so it's really important to get into some of your friends. So this is something that we've been doing that's really, really helped. It's called Host a Post. And this is actually a campaign. I called it a campaign because when I asked for help with this, it was great to say, oh, the company just started a new campaign. So it was a really easy way for me to get into this and ask friends. So really what this does is it gives you the opportunity to go to some of your friends on Facebook and ask them to post for you. And in doing so, you give them in exchange for that maybe some of your free NGB product. It might just be some eye patches. It might just be some youth factor. It could be really anything extra that you have. Now, what this is going to do, of course, is going to promote your business onto their wall and, of course, out into their news feed. And so this has been a great way to really, really expand your network and put you in front of hundreds, if not thousands of eyeballs that never would have seen your posts had it not been for posting on someone else's wall. So this is really great. Let me show you how this works. So first of all, before that, who do you want to ask for this? Now, some of us think, oh, I'm going to ask XYZ friend because she's my best friend and she'll do it for me. But maybe this friend of yours, let's call her Judy, maybe she doesn't engage a lot on Facebook. Maybe she has 1,000 or 2,000 friends, but she's not really talking to those friends. She's not really posting a lot. That's not somebody you want to ask. You want to ask friends who are really active on Facebook. So who are they? They're people that have a lot of friends. There are people that are posting on a regular basis. There are people that are commenting and liking other people's posts. There are people who would like you, who trust you, who would do a favor for you, right? Existing customers are also great people to ask for this. And you're just asking them a favor. I'm going to share some verbiage with you in a couple minutes. But existing customers, why? Because customers love the products, right? And if customer loves the products, why not offer them maybe a product they haven't tried yet or an extra product? It could be anything. And so I personally love to use my NGB points for this because we get free full-size products, and what better way to offer something to somebody to do a favor for you. So existing customers who love the products are a great one. Any friend who would like to help you. I always say, never rob your friends of a blessing. When you start out with the words, hey, I need a little help with something, or hey, can you help me? Most people are really key into that right away. They key into it because it's just natural human tendency to want to help people. So ask your friends for help. Hey, you know, I'd love your help with something. And then prospects. A lot of prospects out there who say maybe they couldn't afford the product. Maybe they're waiting for a paycheck. Maybe they are waiting for whatever, a tax return. Maybe they're waiting for some reason that they can't afford the products right now. And so this is a great way to say, hey, so-and-so, remember, I know you were really wanting to use the night cream, or you really were wanting to get some of that cleanser, or you were really wanting to get such and such. You know what? I've got a great way to do it. Company just started a new campaign, and I've got 2 of those cleansers in my hand. One of them has your name on it. And you know what? All I need you to do is just post for me for 3 days. Just post on your wall for 3 days. So this is kind of the verbiage that I was just saying. And this is all we do is say, hey, you know, so-and-so, I've got a free eye serum. You can use the product of your choice with your name on it. Can I call you? Right? So the first, if this were a text, the idea behind this always with a text is to elicit curiosity, right? It's not really to come out and tell them everything all at once, but just to get them curious enough to get on the phone, right? And in doing this, think about it for yourself. If somebody said, hey, I've got some free something or another, something that they knew you wanted with your name on it, could I call you? You would probably talk to them. So it's a great way to elicit the curiosity to get this started. And then, of course, the verbiage might be something like the next paragraph. You see here, we just started a host-to-post campaign, and I have 2 free eye patches to give to someone, and you were the first person I thought of. All you have to do is post on your wall for 3 days, and it's yours. I'll send you the posts, and all you have to do is post and tag me, and voila, free eye patches. And so this has been amazing because literally on my team, we have people that have had 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, up to 15 different people posting for them all at once. Literally, your information, your products out into the huge algorithm of Facebook, where people who never ever would have seen your products now are getting a taste of the products, and they're seeing the before and after pictures, and they're getting curious. I love this one. Hi, so-and-so, happy Friday. Favor? I've got 2 free eye patches with your name on it. No obligation to buy or join anything. Can we chat sometime tomorrow? And if they say yes, of course, you're going to call them. Calling them is always the best way because they can hear your voice. They can hear your enthusiasm. You can put to rest that they don't have to buy anything because people sometimes think that when you're asking a favor, they're under some kind of obligation. So I love this 3rd text where no obligation, right? You're taking any of that out of them. It also takes the fear out of it for you because you don't have to feel like you're selling them and they're going to say no. So it's kind of a great way to do it. And then the post examples, right? These are just a couple little post examples complete with the emojis that you see in there, just like you would do yourself. And so now if you just take in your little notepad on your phone and you write a couple of posts that you think will be great. You can copy these or something like this. Who do you know that needs this? I always like to support my friends who have small business. This is my friend Jill's product. It really works. If you're somebody, or if you want that summer body, you want to keep that summer body, this is a must. It literally works from the neck down, necks, arms, thighs, and butts too. Whatever you got, cellulite, dimpling, saggy skin, this stuff works like liquid Spanx, right? And so you've already created this for them. You've already done the work. And so it makes it simple for them. It makes it simple for you. And now you have a way to get your posts, your information out into the world of Facebook in a way that you never would have, because Facebook is limiting you with only what whoever you're talking to now. So this is really great. Here's one for Prolux. You get the idea between these. I put them up here so that if you wanted to take a little screenshot and use the post, you could. These actually have been really proven to work. And I have to give my friend Jill kudos, because she is a real Jill, and she did actually write these 2 posts, and they work. I've actually used them myself. So a lot of fun here. Here's another one for the eye serum. You've got to get this on your eyes. And you can see with the enthusiasm here. But remember, when you send your friend the post to post, you're going to want to make sure that you send the before and after pictures, because the before and after pictures are what? They're just the key to everything that we do. And so that will keep it simple, and that will keep it easy for them. Now, in doing this, you're also going to ask them to tag you. The reason that you want to be tagged in it is because every time somebody goes in and comments on these posts or asks a question, you want to be alerted so that you can go in there and you can answer the question. So, cautionary word of advice, don't go answer the question, but comment back with a little bit more curiosity. So say somebody says, oh my gosh, that eye serum looks amazing. You know, my skin is so sensitive around my eyes. I don't think I can even use it. You can go back there and comment and say, hey, Judy, you know what? I'm going to send you a private message. As a matter of fact, I just friended you. And a great thing to do here, by the way, and I'm going to show it on the next screen. Actually, let me see if I've got it up here. I do. In the very last comment here, the very last line here, you see a link. Everybody has one. And this is a shortened way to send them directly to your messenger. Because little known fact, I think some of you may know this, but some of you may not. If you are friends with somebody on Facebook and you go into Messenger to send them a direct message, if you're friends with them, they'll get the message. If you're not friends with them, it will get filtered into a separate inbox that most people don't check. So it's important for you to communicate with them. Now, you're going to have people that like the post but don't comment, right? You'll probably have hundreds of eyeballs on these posts that you don't even know are watching, right? So when somebody likes the post, if you click on the likes, it will open up the box of every single person that liked the post. Your job is to go friend them. Your job is to make friends with them, because once you're friends with them, you can talk to them in Messenger. But you can also comment in the comments, which anyone who liked the post will see the comment that says, hey, so-and-so, I'm really excited to give you some more information. I'm going to go over and send you a message on Messenger. By the way, here's my direct Messenger link. And I sent you a friend request too. So you'd want to put that in the comments. That way the next person says, send me a message too, I want to know, or send it to me, send me the link, right? Other people are going to ask you to message them as well. So this is not only going to build your friends list with a whole bunch of people that were already interested in your products, but it's also going to get a lot of people very interested in the products. So remember that any person that is interested enough to purchase the products now gives you the opportunity to go back to the person who posted on their wall and say, hey, Cindy, oh my gosh, 3 of your friends are interested in buying the product. Would you like to hear about how you can get the results and how you can get the results and the perks with us? Because, you know, we can start getting you credits toward free product, or maybe even get you your product for free. And if you're not allergic to money, you might slip up and make a little money, but these are your friends. So I wanted to offer that to you first. So there's been many instances where we have customers who have come on board, and the person hosting the post for us on the wall has become a brand partner already with 2 or 3 customers. So it's been absolutely amazing. Now, if they're not ready, then what? right? You can offer them a sample. Our sampling system is amazing. It's a great way to stay in touch with them. And it's a great way too to show them how to do the business, because I always say in all that you're doing, you're actually teaching somebody that you're prospecting how to do the business, right? So if they're seeing a great post, they're thinking, oh, subconsciously, all I have to do is post. I could do that. If you're commenting really great, uplifting, awesome comments, they think, oh, this person's really nice. Maybe I could do what she does. And people are thinking those things subconsciously all the time, even though you don't know it. And so every single sale equals a potential brand partner, and always offer both experiences to everyone. That's my biggest tip that I can give you here. So that's how you would want to execute that. Here's the biggest part of it. If you get tagged in one of these and your friend is lovely enough to agree to do this for you, you have to be present, right? You have to follow up on every single comment that comes through. You can't expect her to do it. And also, what are you doing as well? You're teaching her to do the business as well, even though she's just watching what's happening. And so really, really important is the follow-up. And I just put these two statistics up so you could see them on the screen. 44% of people give up after one follow-up. But conversely, all the magic happens after at least 5 follow-ups. 80% of all sales require at least 5 follow-ups. And here's another one. When it comes to the person's enthusiasm level, like say, for example, someone's watching the post and they're enthusiastic, they're a little bit excited, they're kind of like an 8, they see the firm results and they're like, oh my gosh, I want those results. You know, I want my tummy to look like that, I want my legs to look like that. Those people that are like, let's just say on a scale of 1 to 10, they're an 8. Within the first 48 hours, that excitement level goes down in half every 24 hours. So I'm always looking for a reason. I'm always looking for an excuse to continue the conversation. And it doesn't have to be about the product. As a matter of fact, as Sam was talking about, you want to make authentic relationships with people. So go see what's happening on their wall. Go see what's happening with their life. See what's happening with their kids. And then you'll have some things to talk about with them. You know, hey, I saw you're working at so-and-so. Or I say, hey, I see you're, selling insurance. I said this to a gal the other day. I said, I see that you're selling insurance. What kind of insurance are you selling? And she kind of went through a couple things. She said, I'm mostly in the automotive business. I sell car insurance the most. And I said, you know what? I would love to support you. How could I support you in your business? And she said, well, if I sent you a video, would you watch it? And I said, absolutely, I would watch it, because I authentically would love to help her. I really would, whether she buys from me or not, because it's the authentic relationships that really matter here. So follow up, because every single day. So after 48 hours, if you don't touch that person again, their interest level that was maybe an 8 goes down to a 4. Another 24 hours goes by, it goes down to a 2. Another 24 hours goes by, it goes down even more. And so in our networks, we have acres and acres and acres of diamonds in your friends list right now. These acres of diamonds in your friends list, guys, if you had 1,000 friends on Facebook and you clicked on your friends, those first friends that comes up are the only ones that you're engaging with. They're the only ones. And you'll see that to be true. When you look at them, the names, you'll say, oh yeah, those are the only people I'm talking about. My close friends, my family, maybe some Neora people. And as you scroll down into your friends list, the closer you get to the bottom of that list, those are people you never talk to. And guess what? They're people that are never seeing your posts. And so you want to engage with them, all of them. Every single one of them. How many of you have a brand partner, have a person that says, oh, I hardly know anybody. Oh, I don't have any friends. Well, guess what? You have so many friends, but they're more maybe acquaintances. And so this is a way to do it, engage with all of them. And I really want to encourage you to start 100 conversations. You guys, in order to be a good recruiter, a good recruiter of customers, but more so of brand partners, because that's really what I want to help you with today. You have to have a lot of conversations that are ongoing all the time, asking about them, finding out about them. Make it your goal to have a conversation with 10 people every day. I know you're saying to yourself right now, but Anna, our rhythm is 2 a day. It is, but your miles per hour are the amount of conversations you have. If you want to speed up the process, let's have some more conversations. So 100 conversations. I want to really, really encourage you to go out there and to pay attention to all of those conversations and keep a list of everything in one spot. And you got to know a lot about your friends. So in this process of having conversations, you're going to find out about their family, FORM, the acronym, family, occupation, recreation, what they do for fun, and M. M is the point where you can get the message out because you're going to find what might motivate them to want the products or the business. M is also for money. So if you're not allergic to money, then we can talk about the M a lot. So know your friends, know them really well, engage with them, talk to them. Don't be one-sided in this, guys. Do the work. Take the time, make the effort, because it's really, really worth it. So you can start 10 conversations almost with a copy paste. Hey, so-and-so, oh my gosh, I saw your kids just went back to school. How are you doing? Or hey, I saw your homeschooling. Oh my gosh, are you making it through this crazy homeschool time? And ask them how they're doing. Engage with them, talk to them a lot. If you get 100 conversations going, I promise you, you will be quite busy because they will be coming back and talking to you, and you'll be talking to another 10 the next day. Those people will be responding and some people won't. So here's a way that you're going to be able to track it so you can follow up, okay? Because in the end, how you close somebody is with what you know about them, right? You're going to be able to close with their why. So I want to show you this tracker real quick. And this is a tracker that both encompasses the samples, so the sampling tracker, and I call it FAM, which is find them, add them, message them, tracker all in one place. And so you'll see there, this actually works whether you're working social media or not. It works for every single person. So, you know, you've got a place for the name. Add just means you've added them to your list or you've added them as a friend on Facebook. They're added, you're keeping track of it, and all that is a check mark. Most of these guys are a check mark. The next one is message. Did you message them? Did you begin a conversation? Remember, 100 conversations. Did you talk to them? What's happening there? The next one is reply. Did they reply to you? Because for me, when I look at my tracker and I see that I added them and I see that I messaged them and I look down my tracker and there's 15 spaces, but only 4 people replied to me, I'm going to go look at their wall. I'm going to go find out what's going on, and I'm going to go back and talk to them again. Because eventually you're going to reply to me if I keep talking to you. But I'm going to be authentic, and I'm going to be me. I'm going to be caring, and I'm going to continue the conversation. The next one is offer. Did I get to a point where I could offer them a sample? Did I get to them a point where I could offer them a solution for something I found out in these conversations? So did I offer them something? Did I sample them? And if I did, what was the sample? And then tool. And the reason I put tool here is because we know that a sample, we might sample them today, but the sample might not get there for 7 to 10 business days. You know, USPS right now is not the fastest thing. So I want another touch point, because remember, with follow-up, their excitement goes down, and it goes down daily. So I want another touch point. So what was the tool? Did I send them a video? Did I maybe send them some before and after pictures? What did I do there? And then when they receive the product, you should absolutely know with the tracking number when they receive it, but I always text or call and say, hey, I think you received the sample. Did you sample it? I want to call them. I want to make sure they use it properly, because my ratio goes way up when somebody does it right. Okay, and then your first follow-up, your second follow-up, did you close them? A great thing to do with all of this, always offer them not only a sample, but also offer them to come to your Facebook Live party. Offer them if they can't afford it, if they'd like to host a post for you. There's so many ways, and all of this fits together in a giant funnel, and then a note section after that. So I want to switch gears for you guys right now. I'm going to bring Samantha back on again, and she's going to go over with you the worksheet that really will help you with your new brand partner or your